What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I am so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we're going to be taking a look at probably the best animated show this year, My Adventures with Superman Season 2. Oh my god, I gotta be honest with you guys, as much as I loved Season 1 which came back in 2023, I didn't think we were going to get Season 2 so quick. Honestly, I thought it was going to be another couple years. But let me tell you, when I saw that teaser trailer, I geeked out because we were going to get more iconic characters in this season. You want a more iconic villain? Boom, how about Lex Luthor? You want to see another strong female lead? How about we throw in freaking Supergirl? The moment they teased her, I freaked out. And I gotta tell you, throughout the entire season, I was geeking out from beginning to end. But anyway, okay, let me calm down for a second. So Season 2 was released back in May of this year, and one of the things I liked about it was that right off the bat, we're already seeing Superman be the Superman that we've always envisioned. Because if you look back at Season 1, throughout the entire course of that first season, we watched Clark undergo this transformation in every episode as he started to gain more and more iconic Superman powers, and by the time we reached the finale, he had fully become the Superman that we've always wanted to see. And what I also liked about Season 1 was that we got to fully establish the friendship between Clark, Lois, and Jimmy to where once we enter Season 2, everyone's having the time of their lives. However, what makes Season 2 better than Season 1 is that we take the friendships that we've made and we drive wedges in between these characters, because throughout the entire course of the first half of the season, we are watching the deconstruction of trust as everyone is hiding something from each other. And over the course of several episodes, that trust is decaying when Clark is hiding something from Lois, Lois is hiding something from Clark, and Jimmy is hiding someone from everyone else. We'll get to that later. But anyway, on top of all the deception, the threat level has increased since Season 1. One of the best things about that first season is how it took several underrated villains and made them actually stand a chance against Superman. Now, one of the running themes in the first half of the season is how much of a threat is Superman to the planet Earth? Now, when you hear that topic, you know immediately that Lex Luthor is leading the charge. And I loved how this season portrayed him as a young scientist who has a guttural hatred for Superman. As much as I love Batman vs. Superman, I wish Jesse Eisenberg portrayed the character in this sort of way. And also, seeing Amanda Waller, holy crap, she is the Nick Fury of the entire series. And what I mean by that is that she's the most paranoid and most dangerous government official in Metropolis. So seeing these two characters work together was something I didn't think that I wanted, but I hated them so much because I was just furious at how they turned a lot of people against Superman, and I was just like, darn you, Waller. Now, looking at the second half of the season, I love how both the tone and setting changed dramatically, because that is when we start to deal with more galactic level characters, and oh my god, there are so many Easter eggs that a lot of comic book fans are going to freak out about. Also, what's crazy is that at the end of Season 1, we were teased at who the next villain was going to be in Season 2. But oh my god, as we get further in the second half of the season, that is where we learn who the real villain is going to be. Without giving any spoilers, I will say that the stakes have never been higher. Which brings me to the action part of the season. Now, one could argue that the animation is still the same as what we got in Season 1, and I gotta agree with that. The animation is still the same, at least for the first half of the season. Once we enter the second half, once we start introducing Supergirl and other characters from space, that is where we see the power scales tip to the other side, because we've only seen Superman fight humans on Earth. He's never had to fight aliens from space. Now, with that being said, we gotta talk about Supergirl. It's funny because last season, Lois Lane lit the internet on fire when we saw this spunky tomboy version of the character. And while she is still the same Lois Lane that we all fell in love with, once Supergirl enters the mix, oh my god, Kara just became best girl of the season. Not only is she an unstoppable force, but beneath all her powers is a young girl who wants to explore the world. And seeing her interact with Clark, it is something that I wish that most TV shows would take a page out of. Now, what I mean by that is that in most iterations of the character, there's a big age gap between her and Clark. But when you look at this season, they're around the same age, and when you see them interact with each other, it is the most believable interaction between cousins who love to mess around with each other. I also love how throughout the entire season, the recurring theme is hope, where Clark is hopeful that he'll eventually find his cousin. There's still hope to salvage the friendship between Clark, Lois, and Jimmy, and that there's still hope that no matter how many bad guys we face, Superman will save the day. Okay, honestly, without a doubt, this is my favorite cartoon, Superman. Now, I grew up in the early 2000s and loved watching the Justice League cartoon and loved George Newborn's performance as Superman because he gave you a strong presence of truth and justice. But there's something about this show when you look at Jack Quaid's Superman and see that he's kind of like this big brother figure that makes you feel safe and also very joyful. But anyway, from beginning to end, the season is able to tell a well thought out story that re-strengthens our characters with not just notable villains, but with also inner struggles that most friendships go through. So overall, I had a blast with this season. It's fun, it's heroic, and with only 10 episodes, it's super easy to binge through. So if you're looking for something to watch tonight that's superhero related, I highly recommend you watch this show. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall view on My Adventures with Superman Season 2. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you can get always updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.